Hey everyone, so listen, this is 7 tips right here. This is 7 hair tips, okay? So I'm gonna start doing these tip segments for you guys. So I'm gonna do different tips for different things, and it's always gonna be 7, okay? So 7 tips, okay? So this is 7 hair tips. And I wanted to talk about this because if you, I'm not sure when this one is coming up, but I specified in my relaxer video that I would do some hair tips talking and so on and so forth. So let's just get into this video. Hey, so you guys, number 1, and I'm going to break everything down, okay? When I do break it down, I'm going to just talk about it, okay? So number 1, I want to talk about learning your hair needs. So everybody has different hair needs, and sometimes I think people take and they say, well, what do you do to your hair? Because your hair looks good. Well, what do you do to your hair? Because your hair looks good. And what they don't realize is what someone else's hair needs is may not be yours. I've learned from my hair needs may not work for everyone. Some people are able to do things with their hair that I'm unable to. Some people are not able to do the things with their hair that I am able to. And I just like to specify that it's very important to know your hair needs. You need to know when your hair is extremely dry and when it needs oil, when it's extremely weighed down, when it's too much oil, when maybe it's too thin, it's very fine. Maybe you don't realize that you're thinking that your hair is coming out, but technically it's not coming out. Especially as you get older, your hair will become more finer, and I'm learning that about my own hair. And at first I thought that my hair was very thin because when I was younger it was super thick, but I'm starting to also notice that my hair texture has changed. When I was younger, my hair had to be relaxed often, okay, you guys. I could not, ain't no skipping. But as I got older, I'm starting to understand that my hair texture is totally different. It's a very fine texture. So learn your hair needs. Number 2. All right, so number 2, eating junk food. Listen, nobody wants to talk about this part. The things that you eat can cause your hair to look bad. I noticed one time, the more I went on a fast, you guys, I went on a fast and I only ate fish for maybe about a whole month. Fish was the only thing that I ate. Is fish? Oh yeah, fish and chicken. But I ate more fish than I ate chicken. And I noticed my hair was super shiny, and the texture and it just changed my whole scalp, the way my scalp felt. It was amazing, you guys. So it had a natural shine, and I noticed that my hair grew quite more frequently. But when I eat junk food, when I drink soda, so on and so forth, not only do junk food like chips, cookie cake, listen, I like all of that. I ain't even gonna lie with y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like old lady K don't like certain things. No, I like everything, y'all. If it's good, I like it. I like cookies, cakes, pies, ice cream, chips, everything. I like it all. But we have to learn how to do it in a breakdown and not do it so much, because what happens is it affects not only our hair, it affects our scalp. Not only do it affects our scalp, it affects your pores. Not only do it affects your pores, but it also affects your skin. And then you'll start having breakouts. Ladies, let's tell the truth. Bad enough we already have breakouts around our menstrual. But then in addition to that, we're gonna have breakouts because of the things that we have as our intake. So just think about that. The things that you intake is also what's gonna be a result with your skin, with your nails, with your hair, with your scalp, even with your underparts, so your underarms and your VJ. So you have to make sure that you're very mindful of the things that you intake, and it will really help you, okay? So number 3. Okay, so number 3 is the timing of protective styles. Know the timing of a protective style. As you guys see right now, I have in a drawstring ponytail, and this video will be coming up, and I'll have a full review on this drawstring ponytail that I have right here, and I'll tell you guys all about it in the upcoming video. But this is considered as a protective style. Now, Also, you guys will see sometimes that I have a low bun in the back. That's a protective style. Sometimes you guys will see that I have braids. That's a protective style. So learning what protective styles are, but also knowing the timing. If you decide to get braids, there's nothing wrong with braids. But when you start to see that you're leaving them in too long, and then your hair starts to get thin around your edges, so on and so forth, it's because those braids are heavy and they're pulling on your hair. So you have to make sure that if you're starting to get all of this new growth, take them out, get them redone. And let me tell you, I definitely understand. It's a lot of work when you are paying all of this money to get your hair done, and then you keep it in for a month and then you take it out. Listen, I would rather do that than to lose the hair. So sometimes people think, oh, I can keep this hair in, this style in for a long time, and it's making my hair grow. Yes, it's making your hair grow, but at the same time, you're gonna lose a lot of hair, more than normal, because it's gonna cause your hair to begin to mat, and you don't want that, okay? When it comes down to styles like this, like I have my hair up in a ponytail, this is only gonna be like for a week. I'm not gonna keep it in there long, maybe even a week and a half, 2 weeks. That's it. It's not gonna be long at all. When you see me with a low bun, the same amount of times, a week or two, that's not all. And I tend to do my buns or ponytails around the time when I know I need to wash my hair, because then I don't have to wash it. I would just spray it down with some dry shampoo and go from there and pretty much pull it into the ponytail. That's it. Simple. Okay. Number 4. Over oiling your hair or weighing it down. This is another tip, you guys. Do not over oil your hair. You have a lot of people that's here on YouTube or in general that tells you, you know, you have to oil and conceal your hair. You gotta oil it and then you gotta conceal the oil, so on and so forth. That's not everybody's situation, especially if you are relaxed. If you are relaxed, you should not be over oiling your hair, because what's gonna happen is it weighs your hair down. And when your hair is weighed down, listen, if you ever take and you do your hair and you go to shake it and it don't move, that's what weighing it down means. My kids and myself, we have this thing that we talk about. One time I had gotten these tracks and I thought they were really good tracks, but you guys, they end up being some garbage, right? And I said, I'm gonna keep it in for one more week. And my daughter looked at me, she said, Mom, I think you should take them out because it looks like your hair got rigor mortis. If you don't know what rigor mortis is what sets in after someone dies or after an animal dies. What happens is they're stiff. It cannot move. So if your hair is looking like you have rigor mortis in your scalp or on your hair, you need to stop weighing it down. Your hair should have body. It should be bouncy. It should be able to move. People should be able to see your hair blow in the wind. Now, if you got short hair, it's a little different. But if your hair is long enough where it blows in the wind, people should be able to see that. So you have to make sure that you're not over weighing down your hair. In addition to that, now you have to learn the shampoos that's good. Fortifying shampoos and clarifying shampoos are really good for people who use a lot of product on their hair. Me, myself, I don't use a lot of product on my hair. Like I said, when you see this video, you'll see that the most I used was gel and holding spray. That's it. I do not put a lot of products in my hair. And then the oils that I use, you guys have seen me in a number of my hair videos. I use the ORS oil, and I only use a dime size of oil, and I rub it through my hands and I put it all through, and that's it. I do not add any extra oil. Y'all remember when our grandmamas used to grease our scalp and everything like that? I don't do that anymore. Mainly because I realized that it weighed my hair down and it does not work well with my scalp or with my hair, so I don't do that. And when you over grease, over oil, you clog your pores and it does not give your hair, almost imagine somebody taking their hand and putting it over your mouth. If they took their hand and put it over your mouth, what's gonna happen? You can't breathe. It's the same thing when it comes down to your hair. Your hair scalp needs to breathe, and what happens is if you oiling it down and putting a whole bunch of grease, you're pretty much covering the mouth of your pores that's on your scalp that needs to breathe in order for your hair to grow. So you got to be mindful of that, okay? All right, number five, tip number five is cutting. Y'all, can I tell y'all, stop allowing the length to deter you from the health. Length and health are two different things. Your hair could be long and totally unhealthy. Don't be afraid to get your ends clipped. Don't be afraid to get a few inches clipped. You guys, I'm seeing here some months ago, I cut my hair and I cut it in a very short bob. And you guys, my hair is growing so rapidly. I have to almost cut it maybe about every 2 weeks. Like revamp my bob every 2 weeks because my hair is growing extremely fast. I'm not taking any vitamins. I'm not doing any of that. It's just growing because of me constantly cutting it and also not being afraid to cut it. When you are afraid to cut your hair or clip your ends, you're never going to get no growth. If your hair is not long at all and you like, Lady K, listen, my hair ain't growing, I don't understand why. It's probably because you need to get it cut. Now, some people don't like to go for a big chop. Some people do. It's pretty much your preference, but you have to make sure that you are mindful of chopping your hair and being okay with it. It's just hair. It's not like cutting your arm off. It's not like cutting your ear off. Those things don't grow back. Your hair, it always grows back. So don't be afraid of getting your hair cut. Okay? Okay? All right. Number six, you guys. Okay, number six, I want to talk about relaxing. So if you are a relaxing girl, this is perfect for you to hear. Relaxing. Now, relaxing, everybody says that you have to take this big time frame and try to stretch your relaxers as much as possible. First of all, Linda, Linda, that's not everybody's situation. I remember finding myself on here on YouTube looking for people like typing in like, how do I get my hair to grow because of this and and because of this and stretching my relaxer, and I thought that I can do that, but I learned that most of my hair was coming out because I was trying to stretch my relaxer. That goes back to number one. You have to understand what's good for your hair. What's good for your hair may not be good for my hair. And so for me, I usually relax my hair maybe, I was ready to say every 2 weeks, y'all, definitely not. I usually relax my hair, so I do, like, say for instance, like I just relaxed my hair last Wednesday. So I relaxed it on, I think that was on the I think it was the 14th. I think it was the 14th. But it's a possible that maybe it was the 7th, whatever date it is. So pretty much what I do is, oh, you know what? Let me show y'all. I could tell y'all. I could tell y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I could tell y'all. Because I have an app called the Hair Journal. You guys, if you don't know about a hair journal app, get you one. And I can tell you, okay. So I relaxed my hair on, okay, let me see. I have one entry. Okay, so I relaxed my hair on the 7th, okay? So this right here is, hopefully you guys can see this. Hopefully, let me see. I'm trying to, you guys, I don't know how to do this. Okay. So right here, you can see that there's a calendar, and then down here are some things. Across the bottom explains everything, okay? So let me explain this to you. So your calendar is at the top, and then the first thing on the second part is diary entry. The second thing is hair stats. The third thing is hair photos. And the fourth thing is reminders. Across the bottom, it says home, diary, photos, products, and you can share. So this is really good that I use to keep up with everything. So needless to say, I'm gonna have to talk about that in a whole nother video. Okay, but I relaxed my hair on the 7th. I am not allowed to relax my hair again into the next month anytime after the 7th. So I literally do a whole month span, okay? So from the 7th to the 7th. Now, somebody might say, okay, well, either way, if I do it on the 7th in February, I'm still going to try to do it. No, I'm going to push it out a little longer because technically it's not going to be a full 30 days from the 7th to the 7th because we have short days in February. So, but you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, y'all? You get what I'm saying? So pretty much make sure that you're taking your time and doing in between. I do the in between. No, I don't relax my edges because somebody might ask, do you relax your edges in between? Nope. Do you do anything else in between? No. But another thing about my hair is also heat trained as well as wrap trained. So pretty much what that means is every Friday or Wednesday, okay, so Wednesday, that's okay, prime example. Wednesday I relaxed my hair, I washed it, I did all of that. Today is Wednesday. So today would have been my wash day, but instead what I did was I pulled my hair up. So that's another thing. When you get a relaxer, you don't want to overwash your hair because that's what's going to wear your relaxer out faster. So what I do is when it's wash day, right after I get a relaxer, I'll try to drag my wash day a little longer. So technically I pulled this up, so then I'm going to be in between 2 weeks. For me, when it comes down to washing, which gonna move me to number 7, tip 7 is washing. Usually when I wash my hair every week, okay? So if I wash my hair on a Wednesday, the following Wednesday, I'm gonna wash it again. That's just my normal routine. You can choose what works best for you. Now, as far as hair products, you guys know I love to use Garnier Fructis. I have pretty much used name it. Yeah, I use that one. Yeah, I use that one too. I use that one. Like literally, I've used all of Garnier Fructis products, mainly because I just love what they've done to my hair. It depending on what your situation is, you can find what you need. And lately, my new go-to has been the Fortifying Pure Clean. If you never smelled that one, you guys, it smells amazing. So I'll use those. Let me tell you, another one that I like to use is Pantene. I'm gonna go to them because I want you guys to see exactly what I use. And I had to show my grandmother because my grandma was like, oh, Kiki, your hair looks so good. And I was like, oh, thank you, Grandma. And pretty much what shampoos and conditioners, oh, you guys, I might have it on my Google Photos. But pretty much what happens is okay, so I use this one right here. This is Pantene. So I use the Pantene Volume. This one right here. This is what I use. I'll use the Pantene Volume. And this right here you can get from Walmart, you can get from Dollar General, you can pretty much get that from anywhere. But I also use this one right here. This is my go-to lately. This is what I'm using right here. This one is the Pure Clean, and this is Garnier Fructis Pure Clean, and you can get that from Walmart, and it's $4.97, okay, you guys? And if you are a lady with gray hair, you should be using this one right here. This is the purple and gray. That works really good with your gray hairs. But needless to say, you want to make sure that you are taking your time and knowing all of the above. Number 1, learn your hair needs. Number 2, worry about what your intake is as far as what you're eating. Number 3, timing of protective styles is very important. Number 4, don't over oil your hair or weigh it down. Number 5, don't be afraid of any cuts. Number 6, the importance of relaxing and how to relax, so on and so forth. And number 7 tip is washing. Understand the washing process. But let me end that by saying, when I wash my hair, as far as it being heat trained, I wash my hair, I blow dry it, I flat iron it, and I wrap it for the rest of the week. I will not do anything else until the following week. So that's pretty much it. There's my 7 hair tips. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you would like to know more about any 7 tips, you guys comment below. Tell me, what 7 tips would you like to know? Tell me, Lady K, can you talk about 7 tips on body shapers? Oh, of course. I got you. Catch me in the next video.